And Joe,
I'm not feeling good
can you go? I'm recording this part. I need you to explain about the no medicine, no blood work, and all that, please.
Yeah. No, they took me up. I passed out in Miss Breezy's office. She told me to go back, and I leaned up against her cabinet. And next thing I know, I'm on the ground, and they did respond quick, and they loaded me up and took me up to the third floor in a medical. They call it the hospital. Wasn't anybody there to conduct an EKG, so I think his name was Hudson. He's the one I got a hold of to get my shoes, my boots. And I still don't have those, but he handed me a cane and told me to go back to my pod. I had to walk down 3 flights of stairs, and I could hear my heart skipping beats on that EKG that he hooked up, but he never shaved the hair. In fact, I still got the pads on my hairy chest. I don't know how they got a proper reading, but they really didn't feel that concerned. Half a dozen of them was in there grilling me that, I'm just thinking this. I wanted to go to another place. I said, I'm happy here, but I'm being threatened where I'm at. So they moved me down the hallway. Still, the guy that's upset with me because I hit his bunk one night when I lost my balance. I guess I snore a little bit. He does. He coughs all night long, but everybody in here does. They're all sick. I got people coughing above me on both sides, and I'm taking vitamins and trying to take care of myself, but I really needed outside. This is the same type of seizure or stroke or whatever I had in Shelby.
That's what I was wondering last night.
I think it's the same one. It's just another, the next one might be, that's it. I don't know why I have to endure this for putting pawns on my property. But these people don't know that. Well, they're not concerned anyhow. And I'm complaining about about cruel and unusual punishment. That's the top of my letter to you, Lindsay, is what's going on in here. We don't have proper medical. They really don't care for us, If we make it fine and we don't, that's okay. They're sick. The guy I'm mad at has got bad things. He's got a place. He's been going 3 or 4 years trying to get it taken care of, and they don't care. It costs them money. No, it cost me $2 yesterday to go to medical. And then they hand me a cane and tell me to walk down 3 flights of stairs. Doesn't that give you a warm, fuzzy feeling?
And they have, that does. Oh, scary, Joe. We have lots of people here that are praying, and we love you, and we are getting some things done out here that we can. Ryan's office has been amazing in helping us, and I'm glad that he gets to hear you. And we
Carrie isn't on here, is she?
Yeah, she is.
Carrie,
I am.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, I had to tell her, Joe. I had to. We were very worried.
You don't need to know this.
It's okay to take care of it. She's strong and she's holding up well.
Oh shit. I'm sorry, little one. Oh well, if they don't kill me, they'll know I was here anyhow. Okay, guys.
Hey, before you go.
But you're not legal, is what she said.
Oh, well, the paperwork you're sending is. Yeah.
It is, absolutely. But you're not my representative. And I said, yes, you are.
Yeah.
You're getting my legal team together.
The technical term for it is we have a volunteer legal team, and I am the legal runner for your paperwork and stuff. We just have to file the paperwork to get approval for that. Again, more process, procedure, and red tape to get things done. It's taking too much time. And for the medical things you shared with us, we need you to get help now.
Yeah, I need somebody to take a proper EKG because as we're speaking here, my heart's skipping helping me, and I haven't been able to eat. I just now got out of bed.
Can you ask to go to medical again for me, Joe? I need you to ask to go to medical again, and we'll have Ryan and we'll have everyone.
Do it.
Well, you need to tell them Senator Cory Gardner's office is aware, and people are aware with. And I did a report with the sheriff's office last night, so I have on record. I can go pick it up Monday about what happened with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. So we are documenting this well, and they have to take care of you. So demand to go to medical again, Joe, and tell your cancer to call Carrie and call us back. They have not been calling us back when we've been calling with concerns like this. That's a problem. Not even calling us spam.
Who is it calling back?
Breesley.
Oh, Ryan. Oh, yes. Oh, no, they're not going to call you.
No, because this is over a week ago. I called that PR guy, and he hasn't called me back yet.
No, they're not going to do anything, because I don't run this place. Miss Breesley informed me that prisoners don't run this place. So
well, that's why we have Cory Gardner's office involved, because they have to communicate with them. They can help us with the federal agency, and that's what they're doing.
Just before I moved in, the fella heaved up his liver. He was complaining, and now he's up dying in a cell. So they left him there until he just literally puked up his liver, and then they said, we have a man down. We've had men down probably half a dozen times, well, not since I've been in here, passing out. No rest for them that they're used to. You know, it's an ongoing thing. It's not just me. I just swept 10 pounds of, well, not 10 pounds, a double handful of dust off from underneath I helped the guy next to me because it's black hair looking stuff off of our blankets, but this is the stuff we're breathing. And they don't care. We've got no ventilation in this place. And it's no wonder everybody is coughing and hacking. And they really don't care. This place is a year older than I am. And, well, I'll just hang in there and see it.
Stay strong.
Harry, darling, get that stuff in. And okay, I will. I'm going to have to because I can't eat. I had a little bit of cereal a while ago, and I got some cocoa. The guy next to me gave me.
Okay. Is your money okay? Did you get your money on your books okay?
It probably is.
Okay.
But I haven't checked, Lindsay.
Okay.
It's so tough getting on that thing. You got to get on a computer. And even on this phone, I got to call you, your number. I got to put my PAC number in. Then I got to put my voice on it. And if my voice isn't correct, it won't accept the call. So if you're sick and your voice isn't the same as it is when you're well, you don't.
Let's call this from a federal prison.
So,
well, Joe,
sort of
get to medical for me. Let's get to medical for me and get that form, that privacy form for Cory Gardner's office, and tell them we need that mailed out, or if they can fax it over to them now. And they should have it in session. Connie Gomez got a hold of Chester's office, so I'm going to call his aides. And I'm going to call Danny and see if they can do anything. And someone told me that they should be able to write letters and tell them, hey, he can have visitors and he can have good medical, so.
I don't think they want me talking. I've talked a little too much, and they've probably seen some of my letters, because I have a guy in here typing them up for me, helping me, and I'm sure they monitor everything in the legal office, so they know what's going on. Top of the heading of the letter here is what's happening in this place. Okay.
Okay, America, are you ready to stand up yet? Christmas Day, I'm across the street from a hostage center who's abusing a 77-year-old Navy vet. Why is that sidewalk not full of 1,000 people saying no more? The recorded phone call was done with us trying to do the right thing. We didn't know it wasn't okay. Cory Gardner on our local news here, they said, Cory Gardner's helping. No, his local office gave up on us. Cory Gardner, Jon Tester, and Steve Daines, we have Montana and Colorado involved because Montana says Colorado has to do it. Colorado says Montana has to do it. No, Joe is from Montana. His representatives need to stand up. He is in Colorado. I'm in Colorado. His friend Ollie's in Colorado. We want Colorado involved and Montana. I know it gets tiring and people don't think that contacting elected officials works. This is different, you guys. They have been faxed all the documentation needed where they cannot ignore us anymore. Okay? 5 more people in this prison have reported abuse and neglect, and they've either contacted us directly or their families have reached out. 2 of them have open cases against the warden in this prison for medical neglect. We need America to stand for Joe Robertson and any human being being abused. We ask that you contact all those elected officials that I had the page up for. I'll put them at the top of this video again. Joe stood for us when he served our country. He stood again when he was writing complaint letters about the Forest Service not being safe. That's why the EPA went after him. That's why he's in prison for water. God gave us water. Why do we have a 77-year-old, honorable, amazing man in prison for water? He stood again when he didn't want to plead guilty from these trumped-up charges to set a precedent that other landowners could be railroaded and abused. He's standing again in this federal prison over here, giving hope to the other humans in here being abused, you guys. Joe said they call him a hero in there because he knows, and now all these people in there know there's people like us out here standing and saying no more. We are their voice. We need to stand. I want 1,000 people on this sidewalk at some point saying no more. What is it going to take, America? There's open cases in Colorado where people have died in these facilities like this. The news is covering 3 different stories right now in Colorado on top of Joe's. God has guided us to the right place, you guys. The media out here, Fox 31, changed the narrative. The narrative is good. Friends and family of Joe Robertson are concerned. He's in prison for putting dirt in a creek, which he didn't even really do. He had ponds on his property to help his community from wildfires. He had permits from his state of Montana. The EPA has no jurisdiction and no right to railroad people. What else is it going to take? Almost a year ago, Lavoie was murdered, assassinated with his hands up in the air for teaching this. What else is it going to take? We ask that you stand. It doesn't matter how it ends, it matters how you stand. So get out of your houses. Go talk in your community. Find people who are like-minded and not like-minded. Get them involved to help us restore this book here. Because this book is what's going to save us. Not a politician. Trump is one man. I have worked close enough with these elected officials for Joe's situation that I am sickened that a piece of paper matters more than a man's life. We called the Jefferson County Sheriff the night before that recorded phone call that got Joe in trouble. All they could do is take a report down. That sheriff obviously doesn't know his power and his authority, that he could walk into this federal prison and do a well check for us. When I picked up the report from the sheriff's office, I was telling the lady Joe's name, about the prison, what report I needed. The sheriff himself was next to some guys talking about concealed carry renewals. And when I walked up and said, "Are you the sheriff of Jefferson County?" I got a smirk look and a, "Well, who's asking?" and he walked away. These people are elected by we the people. Cory Gardner. We the people are not okay with this man getting abused. We the people have the power to vote you out, but even better, we have the power of recall. And you better bet the next big event you have, Joe Robertson's story, and that sheriff and every elected official who's been contacted about Joe, we will be there. And we will be loud, clear, and bold with honor and integrity that you are not upholding your oath. You are not representing we the people. Our elected officials should be representing us, and they should be stopping abuse and neglect like this. I hope President-elect Trump can actually do something, you guys, but he's not going to be able to do much unless more of us stand up and say no more. I don't know what else it takes to get 1,000 people outside these prisons. We should have 1,000 people outside Pahrump, Nevada right now. We should have people up for Skylar Barboa, Schaefer Cox, Jeff Winehouse, all the Bundys and all the guys in Pahrump. We have a trial in Oregon coming up, and we have a trial in Nevada coming up. We need the people there physically. It's hard to say Merry Christmas right now. When this man is separated from his gorgeous service dog, and he is in this federal prison over here that has the audacity to fly an American flag. So any people that you guys know in Colorado, please reach out to them. Give them my information. You can reach us at Joe Robertson, NavyVet@gmail.com. I will have hundreds of people standing out here at some point. I am not a professional media person. I am not a professional spokesperson. I am just a mom, an American who wants to say no more to this abuse. No more. It's time to stand. Doesn't matter how it ends, it matters how you stand. Have a Merry Christmas, say some extra prayers, and please get more than 100 letters to Joe before 2017. And please like the Free Navy Veteran Joe Robertson Facebook page. It's the best place to find the daily calls to action. Please get involved. Please stop being distracted. What new law is going to be passed or who's going to be appointed under Trump? Blah, 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 blah. What have any of these elected officials done to prevent and stop abuse and neglect to the American people? Until they step up and free our people, let our people go. I don't want to hear Obama's name anymore. Time to stand up. 1,000 people on this sidewalk will be coming soon. This Navy veteran in here stood tall, and he's still standing while he's sick in there, and he needs a hospital. We love you. All your friends in there, Merry Christmas. We love you guys. We're out here praying and standing for you as well. God bless America. Let's get her back where she needs to be, you guys. To add on to the video that was just done for Joe Robertson and other human beings outside the FCI Inglewood facility, when asking for 1,000 people to come stand, what we mean by that when we say we want to stand and no more is using our First Amendment, being peaceful and assembling to say no more and redress our grievances. There is a reason the founders put that as our First Amendment. As Americans, it is our duty to stand up when there is injustice and overreach and abuse. The media has done a great job demonizing anybody standing for the Constitution or waving an American flag. We are not anti-government. We are not extremist. We are moms and dads of America saying no more overreaching federal government. You need to go back to being within the confines of that Constitution, our founding documents. Put everything in place for the people to govern themselves. So, standing and saying no more, peacefully, we are asking for 1,000 or more people to stand when they see injustice.